Hello and welcome to my show. My name is Ibrahim Mustapha, and I just want to specially welcome you to today's edition of the I Am Speaking Masterclass. Let's share our thoughts. Let's learn how to practice our public speaking. Let's learn to tell good stories. Let's tell our good stories, and let's create opportunities to do more. I believe in you, and I believe in the power of your dreams. So this is a program that I'm trying all my best to help you learn how to speak in public, how to practice, and how to create that opportunity for yourself. Yes, so if you are here, follow me for more. Let's create that content, let's create opportunities, and let's believe in ourselves. Share this to one or two people so that you can also help me to do more. I believe in you, and I believe in the power of your dreams. If you are monitoring whichever part of the world that you are monitoring from, just put in a comment so I know that you are watching or monitoring live. So I'm live on TikTok, I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on all my Facebook pages. So once you follow, you can get to interact. But this is public speaking. It's important for you to speak in public. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, you need to learn to speak in public of power, of precision. Create that hope, create that opportunity to be able to do more. And my name, just like I said, is Ibrahim Mustapha, and I believe in you, and I believe in the power of your dreams. If you are monitoring live on TikTok, you will see that I have a screen in front of you which shows other platforms, but then I give you the opportunity to also watch me live and also watch the screen and what I do. So if you are here, you have questions regarding your public speaking, or if you are facing any difficulty in getting your audience, getting the stage, and getting to make that impact of the power of your public speaking, I'm here to help. So let me just share this to a few people. If you're also here, help me share to one or two people, and we get interactive. Today, I'm going to talk about storytelling, the power of storytelling, how we can be able to use our stories, tell our stories to create opportunities and do more. So if you are here and you want to learn about public speaking, I am welcoming you to do that. You can also follow me on YouTube. Just type my name, Ibrahim Mustapha, and you get the opportunity to follow me. So let me go back to YouTube and let me see what and do all my things well, and let's get interactive. It's public speaking, and let's do more. Let's create opportunities, and let's reach out and train ourselves to speak with confidence, to speak of power, and speak of whatever we are supposed to speak with. This is the episode 2, second episode, and I want to welcome you to especially come and let's do more. So if you are online, if you are on TikTok, you get to see what I'm doing on my screen. I'm simply optimizing my YouTube channel so that a lot of people can get to see this feed. But if you're also on Facebook, you can follow me for more so that we can interact. If you have your questions, keep your questions coming. And if you're on Facebook, I may not be able to see you, so please put in a comment. Thank you very much. And they watch from Kong, so you can see that your comments will appear. And I have Bieri Bafo Abdallah, my good brother from Kong. Thank you very much. He's a great guy, and he's doing a lot to help his community. And that's what we want, for you to do more, for you to help your community, create opportunities. Don't give up. As a young African, people may doubt you, but it's possible you can do more. So I'm just optimizing my YouTube. And once I'm done, we talk about public speaking and how to use the power of storytelling. Storytelling is key, and you need to know how to do it effectively. So now I'm officially live on YouTube, and if you're on YouTube, you get to monitor and you get to see that. Thank you, my brother, for commenting. Thank you for reaching out. But today, what are we talking about? We are talking about public speaking and how you can use the power of stories. So if you are here, I'm going to share some slides, and I'm going to share one or two things that you need to do to be able to tell good stories. Storytelling is key. You need to tell good stories. Thank you very much, Mavis Mausi Amo, for joining on TikTok. And the messages are coming more on TikTok. I can see different people joining. On Facebook, please send me your messages. Let me read them if you have questions. But storytelling is key when you come to public speaking. Storytelling is the number one thing that you need to consider when you want to speak in public. Without stories, how do you market yourself to your audience? Whatever we do as speakers is to tell good stories. So the moment you start telling good stories, you will be able to grab the attention of your audience. Thank you very much, Lucky, for that comment. So number one thing that you need to do to be able to tell good stories, if you are here, you can see my screen. I'm going to share my slides on this platform for you to be able to see. So number one secret to telling your story, let me just share all the slides, is show your stories. Don't tell them. A lot of people want to tell their stories. You don't need to tell your stories. You need to show your stories. Show people how the feelings that you've gone through. Show people about what you want to tell them. Don't tell the stories. So you need to walk people through the stories. Let people appreciate the stories. Invite people to be part of the stories. That's the important aspect of storytelling. Number one, so show them, don't tell them. Number two, be yourself. Be who you are. Don't be afraid. Be yourself, right? And once you are yourself, you can be able to tell your stories to connect to your audience. And that is important. Be yourself. Don't be afraid. It's your story. If you make mistakes, it's still your story, right? But most people, maybe you're afraid to speak because of you want to, if you speak and you make mistakes, people will laugh at you. That's okay. That's fine. Don't worry about that. We all make mistakes. So what? I'm a black man. I'm speaking English. I'm trying. How many people can speak my language? How many white people can speak my dialect? No, they can't. But I'm trying. So please, don't be afraid to make mistakes if you are speaking in public. The more you speak, the more you create opportunities for yourself. You can be able to do more once you are on stage. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's number one. So be yourself. Tell good stories. Tell creative stories. Learn how to tell stories. That's the number three. The third one is to practice and rehearse your story. It's important that you need to rehearse your story. If you don't rehearse your story, then what? If you don't practice your stories, and I've seen this countless number of times, people want to go on stage and they want to figure out. They want to figure out those stories. And if the stories don't come, then they feel dejected. They feel rejected and things don't go on well. So you need to learn to tell your stories. And that's the important. You need to practice. Before you go on stage, you need to practice. And there was one event that I attended and we were supposed to speak. It was an international event. And the D-Day to the event, like one day before the event, they summoned all the speakers. And we had to go and practice. You have to all go and practice. So whatever you have on your slide, you must say it there. You must practice that on stage before the D-Day. And there were some international speakers from US. They didn't come because they didn't see the need that, oh, I'm Tony Robbins or I'm the international speaker. So they didn't show up. Lo and behold, they didn't allow those who didn't show up to practice to speak on the main event because they value stories. They value what you are going to tell their audience. And that is how important it is to practice before you speak. So public speaking is interesting, it's nice, but you need to practice. Learn to practice. Learn to create that opportunity. Learn to create that rapport to practice and do more. Thank you, Yara. Bapo Abdallah, thank you very much. If you are here, I can see J Money joined on TikTok. Thank you. And if you are here, you have questions, you can bring your questions on, then I can be able to answer them. Maybe you want to start to speak. Maybe you want to monetize your speaking. Maybe you want to create opportunities to speak or to do more. So MC Courage, thank you very much for joining. And my Facebook family, thank you. Let me go to YouTube. Thank you very much to my YouTube family for doing the monitoring. Let me put in more monetization on YouTube. And it's important that as young people, you do same. Learn to create opportunities. Learn to leverage. Learn to do what you are supposed to do. So number 4 is don't mix your characters. So this is important. And you need to know that, yes, once you are telling stories, sometimes you forget and you mix your characters. And that's important. if you are telling stories, and sometimes it happens to a lot of people, they don't end their stories. So you pick a story, I pick a story, and it's a like motivational story. I don't end the story and I jump onto another story. It happens a lot. So you need to be cautious. You need to be aware of distractions. If you don't take time, you pick a story, it will not end well, and you jump into another story. And it happens a lot of times. So you need to be careful about the stories you pick. Make sure you conclude on your stories, because it's you who's telling the stories. And the audience are bent on listening and making sense out of your stories. So if you don't conclude your stories, you are going to distract your audience. I'm telling you, because someone will go home and feel like, oh, he started this story, but he didn't end it. But on a more serious note, your story should have a motivational ending. There should be some sense in your story. There should be something that you want to convey to the audience. So there should be some moral to that story. Don't just tell stories because, or sometimes you can tell funny stories to bring your audience into action. But the important thing is that make sure that there's a moral to any story that you pick to tell, especially the important ones. And you need to practice those stories beforehand. You need to practice those stories beforehand. My name is Ibrahim Mustapha. I believe in you and I believe in the power of your dreams. And I know that you have the voice to speak in public, to create the opportunity and to be able to do more. One thing I also want you to know is that as a young African, if you want to do something like on social media, make sure it is deliberate. Whatever you post on social media should be deliberate. You should be able to convey your story. Your story is you. Your digital footprint is also part of your story. So whatever you do, please make sure that it reflects who you want to be. Because the moment you step on stage and you start telling people your story or stories of inspiration, they are going to judge you also based on the character of person that you are in real life. So it's very important as a person, you learn to tell your own stories and you learn to live those stories. You learn to live those stories. Thank you very much, Santos, for joining. And the next on the storytelling is you need to tell stories that have purpose. Your story must have a purpose. And it's important. You must have I just said that. There must be a moral to that story. So as a speaker, your story should always have a purpose. It's very important in telling stories. Your story should always have a purpose. I just have to repeat this for you to know how important this is. Your story should always have a purpose. A simple purpose. Whatever purpose that you pick on, your story should have that. And the last but not the least on storytelling is that your story must have a moral. It's the same thing. It must have a purpose and there must be a moral to that story. So this is Ibrahim Mustapha. I believe in you and I know that you want to speak in public. I'm a public speaking coach. Check on the link. There's a link down or whatever I don't know where you are monitoring from, but there should be a link for you to join my free public speaking masterclass. It's a free public speaking masterclass where I talk about how you can train, how you can practice your public speaking, number one. Number two is how can you do exercises that can help you in your public speaking journey. So there are exercises that you can undertake to help you in your public speaking journey. Number three is that in that particular course, I've talked about how you can be able to create opportunities, create leverage to do more in your public speaking journey. So the course is a complete course. It's not that long. It's a 1-hour course. And once you join that course, you should be able to master the basics of public speaking. If you are serious about it, it can help you to do more in your public speaking journey. Thank you, Ibrahim Isaka. Mustapha, my namesake. Kwabena Sapon, thank you very much for joining. Mika Dolaki, thank you for joining on TikTok. So if you are here and you have questions, you can ask those questions. If you also want to come on stage, on my stage, and practice your public speaking, you are allowed to do that. But public speaking is key. It's very important. And you need to know that yes, your voice is important. You can make a difference once you speak in public with power. So learn to speak, learn to create opportunities, learn to do more, and learn to believe in yourself. It's always going to be possible. You can make a difference speaking in public. You can make a difference speaking in public. Now, Adam Suglo, thank you very much for the likes. But then we can do more. So I am live on TikTok. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on my Facebook page and also my Facebook profile. So if you are monitoring, you can ask questions and I get to answer all your questions for you. My name is Ibrahim Mustapha. I'm a public speaking coach based in Ghana, and I believe that we can do more of the power of our voice. Confidence is key, and you need to start developing your confidence. You need to start believing in yourself. Even if people don't believe in you, you need to start believing in yourself. Take on stages, create opportunities to speak, and do more once you're speaking in public. So there are different things that you can also equally do to help yourself. And I just want to share with you one or two things that maybe some of the books that you can also get to enhance your public speaking journey. So I have books that I'm recommending to you, and that if you get the opportunity to buy any of the books, it's home support though. These are all my books. I released that some time ago, but these 4 books, I'm recommending them for you to be able to help you. If you want to do YouTube, these books can help you. And the first book is Profitable YouTube Channel, how to start a profitable YouTube channel, how to create online courses. There's a book to that. And also how to write profitable blog, how to start a profitable and monetize your blog. So these are all things that you can just do offhand. Without these books, you can still do a lot when it comes to YouTube. Just go and create a YouTube channel, start putting content, and you can do more. Online courses, just like I'm talking, there are people who are buying my online courses. So if I go on to Skillshare, you are going to see my online courses that I have on Skillshare. I just created this online course and not long, and you can see, I'm going to show you my course on Skillshare, and you can get the opportunity. So this is my course on Skillshare, and you get the opportunity to also enroll in that particular course. So let me mute there. Right, so go on to Skillshare, learn more, create more opportunities, and you can do more. As a young African, don't wait for someone to deceive you that they want to send you to abroad. Don't wait for someone to deceive you that maybe it's a government or whatever to deceive you that, oh, once I win, I'm going to help you. It is never going to happen. So as a young guy, create opportunities, tell your own story, create that rapport to be able to do more, to create and to believe in yourself. So you can do more. Go to Skillshare, you can get my courses. But then these books are hosted on Amazon. So Amazon is the best platform to make money as a young Ghanaian. If you want to go digital, go on Amazon, create opportunities, do more, and believe in yourself. But then today we are talking about storytelling. How to tell good stories, how to tell positive stories, how to create opportunities with telling stories. So if you check here, we talked about how you can be able to show stories. You need to show people the stories. Number 2, you need to be yourself. Number 3, you need to rehearse your stories. And 4, you don't mix your characters when you are telling stories. Tell profitable stories. Don't just go and you are confused, you are mixing things. No, if you want to become a professional, you need to learn to tell great stories and profitable stories. So my name is Ibrahim Mustapha. My name still remains Ibrahim Mustapha. And if you have questions, I'm ready. Thank you, Adam Suglo, for following me. Thank you, Macbash. Today you are not on TikTok. Today you are on Facebook. Thank you, my good brother. It's called Macbash, monitoring all the way from Tumu. Right, Tumu International City. I trust everything is well over there. And wherever you are monitoring from, may God keep blessing all of us. So if you have questions, you can ask those questions. Let me sip some water. And let's keep speaking. So it's about public speaking. It's about how to tell profitable stories. It's about how to create opportunities to take on in life. And speaking is interesting. Speaking is nice. And you can charge a lot of money to go and speak in public. So there are a lot of things that you can do before you can do professional speaking. Right? You can do a lot once it comes to professional speaking. Number 1 is that you can make money. There are a lot of ways that you can make money from speaking. And I sell different products. I sell different products. I sell my book. And once I go on stage, I'm selling my book. People are looking for products from me to buy. So, and the thing is that the moment you start going on stages, people will start believing in you. People will start trusting you. And that's why, and for those who want to do network marketing, this is the secret. This is one secret I want to share with you. If you are not speaking to the people, if you are not the one presenting, the presenters always take your customers. Why? Because people you send to go and listen to presentation, to sign up with you, will trust the presenters. So most of the time you see that the presenters are those who are earning high in those companies. Why? Because they always stand in front and they are making money more because people trust them, people believe in them, and people know that if they sign under them, because they are presenting the company or they are talking about the product, they will know more. So they just assume that because you are standing in front of people to talk more, you will know more. But that is not the case. That is not the case. So you need to also speak in public. You need to also develop the confidence to speak in public with power. And the more you speak, the more you can change your voice. So now, I want to share with you some key things that you need to know as a public speaker. You don't need to use one tone. You know, I started with one tone, one type of tonality of just making this or telling you all what you should do about speaking in public, telling your stories. But then if you want to raise funds, if you are running an NGO and you want to raise funding, right? There's a secret that you need to know. You don't need to be speaking like I'm doing, just shouting, making, no. Relax. You need to buy into the emotions of people, because you are looking for something from them. You need to buy into their conscience. You need to buy into their emotions. And that is why when you go to churches and it's time for collection, it's time for them to pay whatever it is, get the collection, they put on some song, music in the background, just because they want to buy into the emotions of people so that you can be able to give them. So as a public speaker, once you are telling your stories, if you are running an NGO and you want people to support you, you need to change your tone. You need to calm down. You need to relax. You need to be able to preach to them, let them know through your voice. Buy their emotions, get their minds, so that they can be able to empty their pockets for you. So, and that is what you need to do if you want to win in a job interview. You need to go the emotional way. You need to go the inspirational way. You need to let them know that this is who you are. You need to feel that kind of emotional slander, feel sober, bring your voice down, and let people know that they can be able to help you do more. And you tell stories to be able to get their attention. So let me let you know why storytelling is important. Storytelling is important because some churches don't have audience. They've been there for 20 years. My brother sent something. He says, I heard a public speaker was selling books to people on how to make people rich, yet the speaker was poor. Should you believe such a speaker? Right. So it depends on the type of perception or the type of poverty the person is having. One can just by mistake write a book, publish a book about how people can become rich. Right. For me, I don't believe in individuals. I believe in the process. So if the person is saying that maybe, I have a book that can make people rich, I may be able to look into the book to see what is there that maybe there's something that is in the book that he himself is not even doing. Right? So maybe I can write a book and tell you that, okay, if you do YouTube videos, you can become rich. But I'm not rich because I'm not doing YouTube videos. Right? But that should not stop you from becoming rich doing YouTube videos. So you can do YouTube videos and you can be able to make yourself or make people rich. So yes, it's in two ways. One, you may decide to believe the person or not based on your assertion or whatever you think about. In any case, Magbash, we've gone to schools. Thank you, Na Adam Sulu. Thank you very much. I'm very proud of you, dear. I want to build my confidence. Yes, you can be able to do that, and it's key. It's very important. So, Magbash, back to the question. most of our lecturers in school who are teaching us how to do marketing are not practicing marketing. Most of them, right? They'll tell you, oh, do this in marketing, you'll be able to, but they are not in the field. And the things they are teaching us, sometimes we use them and it helps us. Even though they are not in the field, but they are teaching us because they read it somewhere and they are applying that to their teaching. So it's still two ways. Decide to believe the person or not. But then sometimes you can get into the substance of the book to know if that person, maybe that person is doing something wrong. That person may be into drugs, that is taking his money. That person may be into aviator, that we'll talk about later, which is taking a lot of young guys' money, but we don't know. Sport betting is killing a lot of young people. It's killing, let me repeat this. Sport betting is killing a lot of young people. And maybe that person is into that and is taking his money. So there are a lot of variables that we can be able to talk about. One, it comes to whatever the speaker says and what the speaker preaches. So let's go back to storytelling and why it is important. Storytelling is important because you need to sell yourself. You need to market yourself. Whatever product or service that you have, you need to create that opportunity. You need to create that rapport to be able to do more. So storytelling is something that can help you make money. It's something that can help you sell your products or not. Well, there are speakers who will speak on stage. They are selling maybe this particular product, right? They're on stage, two different speakers, but you would like to buy from one and you not buy from the other one. Why? Because of storytelling, how the person makes you feel. So I train marketers, I train salespeople, and I train people who even want to do coaching. Because if you cannot convert your clients, the people you speak to, if you cannot convert them on stage, you will not make money. But all is based on the stories we tell them. The stories you tell people, how you make them feel, the connections, the linking, that type of feelings is what makes you a good speaker. So learn to tell stories if you want to become a good speaker. Forget about confidence. And this is something I want you to know. There's no good speaker and there's no bad speaker. I'm telling you this. If you are deep into public speaking, you understand that there's no good speaker and there's no bad speaker. Why am I saying this? I gave someone an opportunity to speak in one of my conferences. And this was what happened. I didn't know that the guy was afraid of public speaking. I just thought that because he was getting awards, because he was running a company, he's a CEO, top CEO. If they mention top 10 CEOs in Ghana, he's among. So it came to my mind that, he can speak. So I invited him. Once he's mounted the stage, he was shivering, he was shaking. Things were not going on well for the first 30 minutes. But the rest of the 30 minutes, he did 1 hour. He regained his confidence. Right? He regained his confidence and he was able to speak and inspire the audience. At the end of the presentation, he got a standing ovation. So this type of person, is he a good speaker or a bad speaker? If you have seen his first 30 minutes, you may have judged him as a bad speaker. But seeing the last 30 minutes, you know that yes, this guy, he's on top of his game. And he was able to inspire the audience to start their businesses, to create opportunities for themselves. So you are not a bad speaker. If you are afraid to speak in public, no, you're still a good speaker. You just need to develop the confidence. You just need to practice. You just need to believe in yourself. You just need to do it again and again and again until you are able to speak in public. So one thing also is that you need to learn to incorporate pauses in your presentation. Speak, pause, smile, keep speaking, pause again, take it again, learn to pause. This is also important. If you want to speak in public, you need to learn the power of pausing. You need to create opportunities to be able to do more. Thank you, Na Adam Sugulo Kombo, for sharing this, and I appreciate you sharing this. And to all of you who are here, if you have questions, you can ask those questions. for me to answer the questions, and we can get to do more. Mitrani Zamani, thank you for joining, and thanks to all of you for joining from different platforms. So I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on my Facebook profile, I'm live on my Facebook. Today I didn't go live on LinkedIn, but I'm also live on TikTok. Jamila, thank you very much for joining. Kofi King, thank you for joining. So we're talking about public speaking and how you can be able to tell your stories. Tell great stories. There are two storytelling methods. Two storytelling methods that I know that can help you. Two ways to tell great stories. Number one is your own stories. So you can pick your own stories, inspire the audience. You can pick your own stories, tell the audience about your own stories. And then you need to know that if you are telling your own story, don't start by bragging. Some people start and you turn the audience off. They start by telling the audience, oh, I have this amount of money, I've won these awards. There's no synopsis to your story. There's no synopsis to that story. So you start by telling them, looking at the audience, looking at where they are, pick them in their minds, tell them stories about where they are and where you used to be, right? Relate with them first, then you now take yourself out of that realm to give them that opportunity that they want. So maybe you are speaking to senior high students. You can start by telling them where you used to be. Senior high school, how things used to be hard, how things were, your experiences about senior high school, the mistakes you made, because some of them may be committing the same mistakes. So you just share your mind with them and tell them if you are starting a business, how things used to be, then you pick them from there to the next step. Tell them that amidst all the things that you've gone through, among all the tough times, among all the hard things that you've gone through, but you have won awards. You have made money for his people. You have traveled around the world. You have A, B, C, D, whatever you want to let people know. And that is how you need to start and get the audience attention. If you don't know how to tell stories, forget. It's going to be difficult for you to be able to convert your leads. And that's why you see that some of you, they will invite you to speak once and they will never invite you again. That's the end of it. But for some people, they keep on inviting them because whenever they come, they tell great stories. Whenever they are the media audience or they take the microphone, they are able to tell or share stories that touch people's hearts. We all want stories that will touch our hearts. If someone is selling something, they need to tell you stories that you need to hear so that they can touch your heart for you to buy. And one of the people or the industry people who know how to tell stories is this local medicine sellers. I'm telling you, if you are claiming that you are a champion, you are a professional, and you will not buy their products, don't just listen to them because they will tell you your problem and you end up buying their products or services. I used to say I would never buy those type of herbal medicine in a car or in a bus or stuff. But the mistake is that once they start telling you their stories and stories about the medicine or stuff, you will buy from them. And that's the secret. The secret is storytelling. There are some too, they will come and you will frown, you will never laugh. But some will come and let you laugh. Some will come and even pray for you before they tell you their stories and the story of the medicine. And at the end of the day, you will buy. You may not need it, but you are going to buy that. So thank you, Joseph. Thank you very much. Thank you for monitoring. Thank you for being here. Dave Callaway. Nice name. Thank you, Jibril Med. Thank you for following me on TikTok. So my name is Ibrahim Mustapha. I'm live on TikTok. I'm live on Facebook. I'm live on 2 Facebook accounts. One is a page and one is a profile. And I'm also live on YouTube. So go on to YouTube and also follow me. YouTube is Ibrahim Mustapha. Just type my name, Ibrahim Mustapha, and we are good to go. Eben, thank you very much. As we keep speaking, know that storytelling is what we're talking about today. So learn to tell great stories. Tomorrow I'm going to do a session on how to practice your public speaking. And this is very important. There are different ways that you can practice your public speaking and you can create opportunities. One of the ways is to put something in your mouth and learn to practice. Tomorrow we are going to do a lot of visuals, a lot of sounds about how you can be able to practice your public speaking. These are topical things to me. And I want you to learn how to speak in public, because sometimes it's a disgrace for you to come on stage, you mess up, and you go home, and that emotional trauma when you mess up on stage. I'm telling you, when you make mistakes, maybe it's a church, you're speaking to elders, and they believe in you, they invite you on stage, and you mess up. That emotional trauma can destroy your career. So you need to learn to speak before it's too late. I'm a public speaking coach, and I have courses to help you speak in public with power, with precision, with confidence, and to believe in yourself. Yes, I do that. I don't do one-on-one too much. I used to do one-on-one and go around to schools and universities, but now I don't do that because my courses do that for me. So I have courses on Udemy, I have courses on Skillshare, I have courses on Gumroad, and I'm looking towards also sending some of my courses to Seller.co. Seller.co is an African platform. It's a Nigerian-based platform whereby, and it's just the number one digital marketing platform that you can sell digital products like gift cards, like PDFs, online courses, ebooks. You can sell all this in or on that platform. So let's go straight. And those who are just joining, we'll talk about how you can be able to do storytelling the right way, and the storytelling secrets. And number one, you need to don't tell stories. You need to show people, show the way. And there are people who, once they start telling stories, you feel like, wow, these people are telling great stories. You follow along, and you feel like, wow. And whatever they are selling, you will want to buy. There are people that whatever they are selling, you will like to buy it, because they know their audience and they know what they want. And that's so, for example, if you are selling a medicine and the medicine is for men, and you meet men, you will know what they want and you tell that to them. And you need to be emotional about it, and sometimes you need to hit hard, and sometimes you need to just get their attention to tell them their stories. Number two is you learn to be yourself. Be who you are. Don't be afraid. Be yourself. Don't, because of people, because of fear, you are afraid to tell your stories. No, you need to be who you are. The people may have degrees more than you, but you just need to be who you are. It's you. It's your story. Tell it. Tell it. I've seen, there was one client when I used to do one-on-one coaching, and he was going to South Africa to do a presentation. And he is a doctor, but he was afraid because he's going to speak to his seniors. And he was saying that, oh, Ibrahim, these are my people who have experience. He kept on complaining. He kept on, oh, these are people who have multiple PhDs. These are people who are known internationally. I'm going to present to them. I said, and what I asked him, the first question I asked him, and I said, and so what? Second question I asked him, why did they choose you to speak? Maybe you have something special. So why don't you stop focusing on what they have and start focusing on what you have and what you can offer? In this world, we are all never going to be the same. I'm telling you, we are all never going to be the same. People may be experienced than you, but you are unique. People may be richer than you, but you also have something that those rich people will need. People may have certificates more than you, but you can offer them something they need. As I'm sitting here, I do training programs for Member of Parliament. I do training programs for ministers, not for only Ghana, but ministers across the world. There are ministers who reach out to me on LinkedIn and use LinkedIn a lot. Please, if you are here, start using LinkedIn, because you can get a lot of opportunities that perhaps if you are not there, you will never get those opportunities. I get clients on LinkedIn, ministers of states, CEOs, and I coach them how to speak in public. Believe you me, these are people who are richer than me. Believe you me, these are people who have like educational qualifications than me. But all I have is my confidence and my secrets to know that I can be able to tell you ABC for you to speak in public with confidence. I can develop your confidence. Believe you me, there are people who have finished PhD and they are still afraid to speak in public. There are people who have There are CEOs, Fortune 500 CEOs, but they are still afraid to speak in public. There are members of parliament that are still afraid to speak in public. And that's why we have that last back chamber. They are there, they've never opened their mouths. They've never opened their mouths in parliament. So they are afraid to speak in public. Right? So you need to just gather the courage, gather the confidence, and give them what they want. Coach them, train them, let them believe in themselves, and let them do more. Thank you, Ibrahim. Says watching you live from SDD UBITS, formerly known as UDS Y Campus. Thank you very much. I believe in you and I believe in the power of your dreams. Let's do more for ourselves. Let's do more by creating more opportunities. Let's believe in ourselves and let's know that it's always going to be possible. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, you can speak in public of power. You can speak in public and you can develop your confidence only if you learn to practice. Practice and keep practicing. If you are going to speak in public, practice before you go. If you are going to speak in public, rehearse your presentations before you go. Know your audience, understand your audience. So this is a series that I'm doing, and I'm going to keep on doing this every day. If I'm not busy, if I'm not having a training program somewhere, because if I travel out of my home, it's difficult for me to do a training like this. But then every day, if I'm in Accra, if I'm in my home, I'm going to do this for you. But all I just want you to do is to learn how to speak. Please don't be afraid. Do that, don't be afraid. Commit yourself to speak. Create opportunities, volunteer. Go to schools. I started by going to schools to speak to students, and that has helped me to keep going. And 3 days ago, I shared a story of how I even started my public speaking at the University UDSY campus, which is now the SDD UBITS, Ibrahim, your school. Right. I just wrote to people, wrote to students, started writing letters, proposals, and they started inviting me to come and speak. So you can also do that. You can keep on speaking. You can create opportunities for yourself, and you can do more. If you have questions, you can ask those questions. If not, it's 11 p.m. I'm going to record some YouTube videos before I sleep. But then, this is where we are going to end this session. And I believe in you. I believe in the power of your dreams. Follow me on TikTok because I'll be doing more videos whilst I'm recording my YouTube videos. But then, if you are here, tomorrow keep your questions and let's do more. My name is Ibrahim Mustapha. I am live on YouTube. I'm live on Facebook, 2 Facebook accounts, my page. I'm also live on TikTok. TikTok. Thank you, access granted, for joining, and for all those who have followed me. Jibril Med, thank you for following. Na Adams, thank you for the words of encouragement. Thanks to all of you for making this a user-friendly session. Let's speak for Africa. Let's speak for ourselves. Let's create opportunities. Let's tell good stories. Let's not be afraid to speak. No matter what, it's possible. It's possible. Follow me on YouTube. Ibrahim Mustapha is the name. And follow me and let's follow each other. If you have personal messages, if you have a team of people that you want to train, I'm ready to train that. I'm ready to do that for you. I'm ready to coach your team to be able to speak in public. Even though I don't do one-on-one much of one-on-one these days, I do group coaching. And I also have a course that you can enroll in, and you get to learn all the techniques that you want to learn to speak in public. So the course, we talk about public speaking exercises. We talk about 5 common mistakes. We talk about 5 common mistakes that you may be doing. Thank you very much. I believe in you and I believe in the power of your dreams.